Welcome everyone. Gunner here, and we have our Week 8 preview. Apologies, it's not on the normal schedule. Normally, we have these out on Thursdays, and I apologize for that. But just week was kind of out of sorts. But guys, we have a good weekend here. I got a great handful of games to talk over, and as always, we have some good recruiting updates to talk about. So, guys, before we do, let me know um, what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know in the don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. But at the end of the day, guys, I appreciate you guys for supporting, and let's get into it. So the first game we're going to be talking about here is the U going to Louisville. The spread it is at 5. Miami started at 4, so it's been moving slowly towards Miami. I like Miami here. I think Miami is the better team talent wise. Obviously, coaching is a question mark. No offense, but I just see a way for them to continue to win. They're going to find ways, and so this is going to be another version of that essentially. So give me the U, and Cam Moore just continues to build his Heisman race. Next one is a big showdown here in the Big Ten. It is Nebraska traveling to Indiana. 5-1 Nebraska going to 6-0 Indiana. Matchup predictor has 75. They think this is a big favorite. Spreads at 6.5. Indiana started at 5. Indiana hasn't trailed at all so thus far this season. I don't know. I like this Nebraska team. I know they're young, especially at the QB position, but Tony White's gonna I think dial up some things where Indiana's gonna have to will struggle essentially. So give me the upset. Give me Nebraska to kind of shake up the Big Ten even more. All right, big SEC game in my opinion here because this smells like an upset. It smells like an upset, and it's Auburn 2-4 Auburn going to Mizzou 5-1 Mizzou. They look to avenge their first SEC loss against A&M this season, and they're facing Auburn. And the spread's down to 4. Started at 7, it's down to 4. Something we really do find out what type of Mizzou team this is, right? Like I think we kind of had a feeling what A&M was, more middle, kind of towards the top of the pack ish, like, still below the top echelon, but, they're probably like right at that second tier, I guess, right? Now, this is where we find out, is Mizzou still maybe part of that second tier, or are they really third tier, or even a worse fourth tier, right? Like, this is a big game for the outsiders to really to figure out. So I'm going to go Mizzou here, but it is very fascinating that the spread is definitely going towards Auburn's way. Got another one here, guys. Alabama Roll Tide going to Tennessee Volunteers. Rocky Top. Spread is at 3. Alabama has stayed at 3 throughout this week. Oh, man. I mean, I'm definitely giving the lead towards Bama. But, I mean, with Bama's secondary issues right now, I mean, there's a good chance Nico lights him up. Now, the thing is, Tennessee hasn't looked good the last 2 games offensively. So, this is going to be an interesting matchup. I have a feeling that we are going to see some points here due to the fact of Auburn or Alabama's defense. And I'm looking forward to this matchup. This is going to be a big time game. Looking forward to watching definitely 30 minutes before my game. Give me Bama to win this game. All right, we got Michigan 4-2 Michigan going to 5-1 Illinois. Spread is now at 3.5. It started at 1. Like Michigan to continue to find a way to win on the road. I think they're just the better team here. Very similar teams, ball control, let their defense do work, and I just think Michigan is going to be better at that. Give me Michigan to win. All right, got to talk about my Trojans. Obviously, it's not a top 25 team, but my Trojans, 3-3 Trojans going to 3-3 Maryland. Spread is at 7.5. It stayed there throughout this entire week. I mean, This game's really going to come down to the outside, and can we win those outside matchups? With the DBs and their wide receivers. Definitely have some studs over there that we need to realize and understand. So running the ball is going to be key here, in my opinion. Continue to run the ball, run the rock. I think we're going to still see some continued improvement on the old line. It's definitely not what we all want, but we're going to see some improvements as we have these past few weeks, in my opinion. And yeah, hopefully we can create some more pressure. I think that's the key as well. Is we got to find more pressure to really help with those outside. If we can't find pressure, it's more likely they're going to probably pick us off a lot. So that's going to be the key. Obviously, I'm going with my Trojans as always, but those are definitely some things to kind of consider. All right, guys. LSU Tigers 8th ranked, 5-1, traveling to Arkansas 4-2. Spread is at 2.5. It has been there throughout this whole week. LSU's coming off an overtime victory, very emotional win at home against Ole Miss. Now they travel to Arkansas, and I gotta say, I think LSU is starting to really find their way. Arkansas is definitely going to be looking for a second straight top 10 upset, right? But give me LSU to win here and make my Trojans look even a little bit better, kind of. All right, pretty much the game of the week. College game day will be here. Georgia Bulldogs going to Texas, Austin, Texas. Longhorns 5-1 Georgia, 6-0 Texas. Line is at 4.5. Started at 3.5. I like horns up, baby. I mean, I think they are a complete team. They are a big, they should be a favorite in terms of, winning the Natty, in my opinion. So, yeah, give me Texas to win this big matchup against Georgia and give Georgia their second loss this season. All right, we have one more. This is our last one, guys, until we get into the recruiting. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed some of the pregame talk and preview. Let me know again in the comment section. I need to know. I need to hear your guys' voice and your thoughts on some of these games that we're mentioning. Hey, let me know. Hey, why aren't you talking about this team? Hey, call me out. Would love it. All right, guys. Last game: Kansas State at West Virginia. Kansas State is favorites 2.5. It's been there. Started there at 2.5. Definitely is going to be a sneaky game. A late game as well. It's going to get weird. Definitely weird over there at West Virginia. But give me Avery Johnson. Give me the Kansas State Wildcats to continue to find ways to win, run the ball, play good defense, and yeah, Wildcats continue to win. All right, guys, going into recruiting here, and we have some bangers in my opinion. Definitely some big time players here, and this is a big time player right here. 26 kid D lineman Trayshawn Ruffin. He commits to the Texas A&M Aggies over South Carolina, NC State, Michigan, and FSU. So obviously, still a long time away in terms of him signing on the dotted line. But hey, big time get for the Aggies regardless. Next one here, guys, is Elijah Griffin, 25 D lineman. He chooses the Georgia Bulldogs, and really no surprise, honestly, he's a Georgia kid, but he chooses them over Miami and USC. So congrats to him, and he's committed to the G. More news with Georgia. Jared Curtis, quarterback for the 26 class, he has decommitted from Georgia. And here are some schools that stand out to him. We have Bama, Ohio State, Clemson, Oregon, SC, and South Carolina. Here's my take on this situation from the SC's viewpoint. He has visited over the summer. We are more focused on Ryder Lyons, who is a 26 kid. Again, he is a 26 kid that will take a mission and won't hit college campus until 27. So there is a possibility. However, I do think that we would be like a second tier team in terms of these schools. I think Ohio State probably makes more sense. Alabama makes more sense. And Oregon, right? I mean, I think any of these schools really make more sense right now than us, just given the fact with the Ryan situation, we have Juju as well. So again, that's the great thing about recruiting, and things are always evolving and changing. So you never know. But big time kid, decommitted from Georgia. Another 26 kid here, quarterback Helaman Kasaga out of Utah. Hopefully, I'm saying his name right there. He chooses the Texas A&M Aggies over USC and Washington. So shout out to him again. This is another 26 kid that we were looking at on, right. And again, right, this is kind of indication that we are really really on Ryder Lines and trying to get his commitment. So big time get for the Aggies, and yeah, excited for Hellman, man. Good for him. All right, guys, a 25 interior lineman Daniel Pierre Lewis. He chooses Florida State over Florida and NC State. So big time get for Florida State, especially given how their season has been. All right, we have two more recruitment updates, and I love these last two because they're obviously Trojans. Next one here is Stephen Miller, aka Steve Miller, safety out of Georgia. He flips from Mississippi State. He is now a Trojan, so big time get. He just visited over that Penn State game. His teammate Kevin Wynn, current FSU commit. We've mentioned him in the past, definitely on Light to Torch podcast. Yeah, we're looking to flip him as well. So hopefully he's in his ear, his teammates' ear, and just kind of let him know, hey, what's up. But yeah, big time get for this talented safety class or DB class overall that we have. All right, guys, last one here. Big time get, in my opinion, offensive tackle Aaron Dunn out of Utah. He has recently decommitted from Utah, and predictions are flying everywhere for him to be a Trojan in the future. We'll see if it's going to be, today, this week, this month, next month. Good things are trending. We just need to close out and get him to commit. This would be a big get, as the focus here is going to be O-line, D-line the rest of the way, really, for the SC class. So excited. Hopefully we can hear his verbal announcement, but big news for the Trojans, guys. And guys, that will be our Week 8 preview. Hope you guys have enjoyed. As always, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. And yeah, leave a comment. Enjoy. Peace.